Hey, another video where I finally managed to put together the whole front suspension of the Dodge Challenger. The biggest issue were the anti-roll bar links, because space was extremely tight here in the front. Maybe you can see it here. So the problem was that the link bumped into the frame rail here on full lock, but now it just narrowly misses it. I hope you can see it. Yeah, it narrowly misses. But this scenario will probably never happen in real life, because this is the outer wheel, the inner wheel in the corner, which is basically unloaded, so it's always in the most extreme downward position. Anyway, what you see here is just a mock-up. A mock-up to see that all the geometry works like it should. Steering is smooth. Anti-roll bar works. We also have proper Ackerman geometry, which I cannot show you in this video because the camera just doesn't have enough. I cannot get the whole suspension in the frame. Okay, let's turn it around. Okay. I also finalized the width of the track, but we have a small issue here, and that is that if I try to put in the big V8, it is too wide. It does not fit. What does this mean? Basically, this means that I will not put the LPA Power V8 into this car anyway, and that we need to design a new engine for this car. Now, whether it will be an awesome inline engine or a V engine, I have yet to see. But it will be a smaller engine in any case, which is something I wanted to do anyway, because the V8 is actually, it's awesome, but it's big. What's more to say here? Let's get the wheels off. Okay. Yeah, we have all the proper geometry. The upper A arm still needs work, because it's just a mock-up, just to see that the geometry is correct. The suspension uprights are the final version. The geometry, as I could test it, is excellent. It has Ackerman steering. The wheels have the proper angles regarding to the road. Yeah, I mean, I'm what the fuck? Okay, yeah, okay. This is not glued yet. Come on. This is not glued yet. I wanted to use unmodified links for the anti-roll bar, but one stud more would just be a little too much. I'm not comfortable with it as it is, but in the ride height will be something like this anyway, so this is more or less how it is stock. So the extended, this is how the car will be when unloaded. When the car is on its wheels, it should be like this, and then of course you have enough movement in the suspension for driving. It may not look like much, but this is plenty. This is plenty. Now what I need to do is I need to redesign the front suspension bridge, which is almost non-existent yet, so that everything here will be connected and much sturdier than it is now. And then I need to design a proper steering rack that will be as low as possible and leave as much room here in this area so that the engine can be also as low as possible. This of course gives us then the freedom to design an engine that maybe has a more beefy lower end in order to house, I don't know, a Scotch yoke or whatever I decide to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do yet. Then of course I need to redesign the frame rails, which are now just a mock-up because I needed something to mount all of those components to. So this is all going to change except of the geometry of the actual suspension. Yeah, and as you can see, the steering response is immediate because the bionicle ball joints don't allow for movement. The only movement you see here is of course the movement of the ball joints themselves because they're not mounted properly. Those will be horizontal and be connected so that the movement you can see here will be non-existent. And of course there's very little slack lengthwise, and if I try to twist it, also very little movement. Once this is finished, this will be rock solid, and I suspect the car will drive really precise. I still need to do the 3D printed hubs, for which I will upload the object file so you can print them yourself. Yeah, this is basically it for now. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget the E30 competition, which is still ongoing. The deadline is September 1st. If by any chance we don't get any entries, I will extend it for a month. Anyway, I'm off on vacation to the Nürburgring, and I see you next week.